In the previous video, I had the challenge of finding some mushrooms in our area around our cabin, and I took the challenge of finding some, identifying some, and even cooking some. And in the end, it was a success. I found and cooked 2 different mushrooms, and I am happy to say that next year I know what I'm doing. The weather at the cabin continued to be totally awesome. Sun was shining and it was not that cold. And I decided that I also need to get some berries. And I already saw that there was quite a lot of lingonberries there. So let's return there and see how my berry picking and also some mushroom picking goes. Now I had an idea where I could find some mushrooms and some berries, so while I'm walking there, let's go through some of the other resources we have at the cabin. We really have a lot of resources, and for fishing we have the lake right next to the cabin, and we go fishing in summer and in winter. We have nets, we have fish traps, we have lots of other equipment. You can cast from the shore or go with the boat. You can just use a worm and a hook and sit on the pier and fish. Even you can go to the river nearby and do some fly fishing. We love to cook the fish, and I'm trying a lot of different recipes and tricks to cook it in a special way. We make fish soups, we smoke some fish, we do it straight on the flames, all kinds of stuff. I think the smoked fish is the most traditional thing we do.
And we usually smoke salmon, even though there's no salmon in our lake. But I prefer salmon the most, and this is the smoker we have, and there will be a video about that for more details. But most common I think I do is pike, and it's also very good when it's smoked. The hunting grounds around our cabin are awesome, and we like to go hunting a lot. Mainly we hunt for chicken birds. I don't know what they are called in English, but that's what we call them in Finnish. We have 3 different kinds of them, and even though maybe the biggest one is the coolest to catch, I do prefer the smallest ones. They are easy to cook and taste delicious.
We also have a small garden where we usually grow potatoes and such. And in addition, right next to our grill place, we have a small herb garden, which is pretty nice in the summer.
And of course it's super nice that you can just pick the berries from your yard anywhere and just relax, sit and eat them straight. That is one of the best sides of living in the nature.
These are the sweetest strawberries you can ever find.
These super sweet wild strawberries are very nice, and we have them growing kind of around our small herb garden. And we also have some bushes, though they are not that good shape. The raspberries, gooseberries, and blackcurrant. But these really I need to maintain them a little so they grow better. And around the forest you can find blueberries, and these I guess they are called crowberries. I use them for liquor, and what I today plan to pick up with the mushrooms are the lingonberries. And of course on the swamps you can find the cloudberries, but I don't like them that much. There actually is one mushroom that I know, and the reason is that it's so easy to recognize. As you see, it looks pretty weird. And the other thing that helps in recognizing is that most mushrooms grow in autumn, and this one grows in the spring. And as you see from the picture, there's still snow there. This mushroom also grows in weird places. It usually grows where the surface of the ground is somehow disturbed, so it grows quite often around the cabin where people have been walking. This mushroom is also considered some kind of delicacy in Finland, and some years you can actually find quite few of them, and in some years you can find really a lot of them. And the sizes really vary a lot, so sometimes these can be huge, so you get very quickly few buckets of them. But the thing about them is that they actually are poisonous. You need to boil them few times to clean away the poison, but I think I will make another video about this topic if you are interested in this weird looking false morel, I think it's called. The thing is that I have promised my mom to bring her berries or mushrooms so many times, but at the cabin there's always so much to do, and yeah, I have just been failing. A few times I managed to bring a little berries, I guess, but mostly nothing. So I wanted to fix that on this trip. On the way to the clearing, I wanted to also check if there's some berries or mushrooms in the forest, since the previous day I did notice some on the edges of the clearing. This area is also one where we sometimes have been going for hunting and good with these birds that we hunt, but this time there was no birds jumping up from the ground. The weather was really perfect for this stuff, and there was basically no mosquitoes or any other problems, so I really love this time of year and how calm and beautiful it is. Of course, autumn sometimes in Finland can be quite horrible, so I was really lucky with the sun. After looking around for a while, I decided that okay, it seems there's no mushrooms or berries here that much, so it's better head back to the clearing. You can see here the tree stump that was burned. It is from the fire that I was telling about in the previous video. All this area used to be a forest 10 years ago, but lightning struck and burned it away. So now I start to find some lingonberries. All the small pines here have been planted. The sunny side of this clearing was pretty dry, so there was not that much on this hillside. So I headed forwards. the ground started to be a little bit more wet, and immediately you started to see lingonberries. And I decided that okay, somewhere here I will stop and start to pick them. Feel free to jump to the end of the video where I can show the results. Most of this video will be just me picking the berries and mushrooms, so if you like that kind of content, feel free to continue watching. But yeah, if you get bored, just jump to the end and see what I got. I was using this red thingy to pick the berries, but as you can see, there's a lot of these branches, dry branches on the ground, and a lot of the lingonberries were actually between the branches, so the tool really was not that useful. And yeah, I also started to find those mushrooms again, so I skipped the thingy and started to pick the berries with just my hands, and that was much better. When I started to do these YouTube videos, I bought this cool camera, Osmo Pocket 3, and you can see here that the camera is actually following me. It is a pretty cool feature, but it didn't last long. I mean, if you go too far or behind the trees or something, it might lose the contact with you and then it stops working. But I would imagine in a clear area it's very, very cool. And in general, I'm really happy with the camera so far. I can use it also for like a webcam for my PC, and it's pretty easy to use. In addition to that, I also bought the drone DJI Mini 3, and you can see some of those shots done with the drone on this video and the other videos. It's also a pretty cool tool. I really like the idea of getting everything from the nature, and I would like to learn more, like to use different kind of plants for as herbs or something like that. But we already get so much, and this kind of self-sustainable living, it's something that is really, it feels good to me. And yeah, why not? When you have them around you, and there really is a lot of these mushrooms and berries, so I would love to build a root cellar or something like that to store the stuff, so I could make like jams and such, and also make from fish, like canned fish. I know some recipes, and maybe I make some videos in future where I produce them, because there's so much fish on the lake, and some of them are such that at least Finns don't appreciate them that much, but the lake is full of them, and I have learned some recipes how to cook them and jar them, and yeah, then they are good for a very long time, and they are really, really tasty. So that would be something interesting. But yeah, I need a place to store this stuff. Maybe that can be some future project. I mean, we have endless projects at the cabin, but building this kind of root cellar would be one really, really cool one. As we can't have the fridge on all the time there, and it's quite tiny anyways, we get all the electricity from the sun, so Yeah, you need to go back to this old style preservation of food. Yeah, fruit cellar. We need one. Welcome to help me to build one.
So in the end, I found two type of mushrooms. The first one was the dark stalk bolete or something like that. I don't know how to pronounce it. It's koivunpuniktat in Finnish, and those I dried and fried at the cabin. And the second one I found was Rufo's milk cap, and those I boiled and then added the salt and stored them in jar. And then on the second day, I found even more of this dark stalk bolete along with the berries. And the berries, I didn't quite manage to fill the bucket, maybe about 2 liters, which I thought is enough for some jam or pancakes or something like that. But in the end, I ended up staying at the cabin for 1 more week, and during that time, me and my friends managed to eat all the berries. So everybody was just picking. It was on the porch, and everybody was picking there when they were passing by, and then we used it for pancakes and such. And yeah, I failed in that. I only managed to take some mushrooms, a jar of mushrooms to my mother. So I have to do better the next time, maybe this year. Soon this strange and maybe terrifying looking mushrooms, the false morel, will start to appear again. They only grow in the spring, and it's upon us. The snow is slowly melting. So I will try to pick some for my mother, and maybe I make a video about them, how to clean them, how to remove the poison, and how to cook them in proper Finnish style. So thanks for watching, like and subscribe, and I see you soon in the forest.